Hey guys, quick question. Have you ever suddenly caught a cold, started sneezing non-stop, or had itchy eyes just after drinking something cold, or stepping into a dusty room, or even early morning? If yes, then you are what we call highly susceptible, and that is the invisible force we are going to uncover today. And I'm going to take you deep into one of the most important essay topic in homeopathic philosophy, that is susceptibility, straight from H. Roberts' wisdom in chapter 17. And before that, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel Flowermedicascope, where BHMS Notes and classical philosophies are decoded for you in the most simplest and easiest way possible. Alright, let's begin. What exactly is susceptibility? We may define susceptibility primarily as the reaction of the organism to external and internal influence. So, in simple terms, it means susceptibility is the degree to which a living being reacts to things like weather, food, germs, emotional shocks, and remedies. And it is not weakness but rather a natural sensitivity to something outside or inside us. So, wait, what is it? So this simply means the law of Newton, third law of Newton. What is it? To every action there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Likewise, our body reacts to something when there's an action on us. That is, it could be an internal action, it could be an external influence, but we will react to it. For example, reaction to dust. We will sneeze, isn't it? If it enters our nose. Likewise, that term, instead of saying I am reacting to that, I am sensitive to that, we are calling the term susceptible or susceptibility. So susceptibility is the degree to which a living being reacts to things, weather, food, germs, emotional shocks, and even remedies. It is not weakness but rather a natural sensitivity to something outside or inside us. Did you get it? Alright, so let's just give some examples to make it clear. First one is pollen or dust that makes you sneeze. Then you are susceptible to allergens. Then second is ice cream. Everyone loves ice cream, but what happens that if you give it sore throat, then it means you are susceptible to cold and damp things. Sometimes you could be a so mild person, like you cry easily when sad, like pulsatilla. Then you are emotionally susceptible. So susceptibility doesn't mean that we react to just physical things. It can also be mental or emotional too. So all around we are calling the word susceptible. We are coining the term susceptible. So it can also react to a remedy. It can react to allopathy, homeopathy, ayurveda, any remedy. So in here, as we are homeopathic students, we are telling about homeopathic remedy. Okay. So a remedy cures you fast. Then that's a positive feedback, isn't it? You are positively susceptible to homeopathic medicine. Well done. So that's what susceptibility. It means the sensitivity or responsiveness of a person or living organism to something, whether it's outside them like weather or allergens, or inside like emotions or diseases. So that's what it is. So Robert states with plants and animals to make this idea vivid. So let's see what he is saying. So plants grow differently depending on climate. A coastal plant cannot thrive in a dry desert. It needs moisture, and its susceptible shapes how it grows. An animal adapts to their environment over time. The polar bear survives in freezing cold but would die in heat. The Bengal tiger thrives in Indian humidity but wouldn't survive in cold and high altitude. So just like plants and animals, humans too have different susceptibilities which shape our health, immunity, and even our personalities. Human susceptibility. So we have seen what is plant susceptibility, animal susceptibility. Now let's see human susceptibility. Every person is unique in how they react to. Like climates, some thrive in cold, others in heat. Food, what nutritious to one can be a poison to another. Disease, some people catch every infection going around, others seem immune. Medicines, some people need a single dose, others don't react unless you find the exact symptom. And that's really sad, isn't it? So this is the core of individualization in homeopathy. That's why our homeopathy works on the principles of homeopathy individualization. Susceptibility as a vacuum. This is a brilliant philosophical point. Susceptibility is very largely an expression of a vacuum in the individual. Let's explain this. When you are hungry, your body creates a vacuum or need for food. So you will get some hunger signals, isn't it? Sometimes your stomach will be rumbling noises. So when your vital force is disturbed, a similar vacuum appears. But this one calls for a similarly disturbed energetic pattern, and that is a remedy. So when you're sick, you need a remedy, or sometimes a great soup. Then Robert says this vacuum attracts and pulls for the things most needed that are on the same plane of vibration. This is why we fall sick, that is susceptible to disease, and also why we need to be healed, that is susceptibility to a similar remedy. So, two susceptibilities: susceptibility to get sick, that's disease, and susceptibility to get healed, that is similar remedy. Similar remedy means similimum. So, what's the contagion and miasms and susceptibility? Children are highly susceptible to disease like measles and mumps. Why? Poor fellows, why they are always prone to such diseases? It's because the vital force has inherited miasmatic tendency from sora, psychosis, syphilis. The disease they contract, example measles, is similar to a miasmatic vacuum. Once that space is filled, the child becomes immune to that disease. This supports Hahnemann's idea of similar disease expelling similar disease from aphorism 46 to 50 in the Organon of Medicine. So if you have that text, just go through this, pause this video and go through that. Okay, so moving on. What is the role of a remedy? So okay, susceptibility is the term, that reaction, okay, I get it. Sensitivity, okay. So what is the role of our remedy? A homeopathic remedy works because it matches the individual's susceptibility. So if you are matching the susceptibility of that person, of that individual, then when we give that susceptible remedy, the remedy will work. And during proving on healthy people, the remedy creates symptoms. That's artificial susceptibility. So during proving what is happening, we are creating an artificial susceptibility. In the sick, those same symptoms already exist, and the remedy acts by satisfying that natural susceptibility. So in the sick, what will happen? Those same symptoms already exist. Then what we have to do? We have to find a remedy that satisfies the natural susceptibility. The more similar the remedy, the stronger the response. That's why nearly similar remedies might help a bit. The similimum transforms the case and it fills the vacuum exactly. So that's our role of our remedy. Susceptibility is not fixed, so you can increase it. Example, by removing blocks like coffee, allopathy, or bad diet. Or you can diminish it. Example, with suppressive treatments. Or even you can repeat or destroy it by repeated crude dosing, strong narcotics, or vaccines given wrongly. So susceptibility is not fixed. You can change it. How? You can increase it, you can decrease or diminish it, or you can destroy it. Garth Wilkinson, quoted by Roberts, says he catches skull fever because he is vis minor to the disease, which to him also is vis major. He is a vacuum for its pressure. What language I am saying? So it simply means the disease does not attack randomly. It finds a vacuum, a weak spot in someone. That weak spot may exist before the infection. So we doesn't get disease because we are just have, it doesn't target us as, yo, you are that random person. Here's the disease, you get infected. No. There will be some kind of weak spot in us. There will be some kind of weaknesses in us. Sometimes we will be mentally drained, or sometimes we are physically unfit. So during that weakness, during that weak spot only, the disease will attack us. Imagine that we are living in a world where millions and zillions and billions of germs are surrounding us. Why we are not affected by it? Because we will say we are immune. That immunity is boosted by us. It could be from mental strength, or it could be physical strength, it could be diet strength, whatever it is. But that strength is needed to survive, isn't it? If we are having weak, sometimes that some people might hurt us and we will become mentally ill or mentally weak. So that weakness can cause that germ to stab us. So that weak spot is the real reason that we will get infection. So that weak spot may exist before the infection. Next, state is equals to susceptibility. Finally, Robert says susceptibility is equivalent to state. So, in health you are balanced and your state resists disease. In disease your state changes. Your organism is tuned differently and becomes susceptible. And that's why we need to find not just symptoms but the whole state of the person. So, the totality. So, what kind of state? That kind of susceptibility. So, state is equals to susceptibility. What is normal susceptibility? It is incumbent upon us to recognize, conserve, and utilize normal susceptibility. Normal susceptibility is the natural ability of the organism to respond to food, environment, remedies, and even disease. As homeopaths, we must recognize it, know where and how susceptibility shows up, preserve it, avoid using methods that kill or suppress the sensitivity, and utilize it, harness it to apply the simlimum which fulfills the body's need. So, what is the key idea? All healing is only possible because of the body's inherent ability to react. Our body should have that ability to react, and if you destroy that, then nothing can cure. So, to every action, there should be an equal and opposite reaction. If there is no reaction, then what's the use? There is nothing to be done, can be done. Never destroy susceptibility. So, we shouldn't suppress the susceptibility. It's actually a good phenomenon. Modern medicine often overrides, blocks, or destroys the body's natural reactivity. This includes suppressive allopathy. Sometimes we use suppressions like ointments, creams. That's not nice. Vaccines or sera without similarity. If you are just giving vaccines without any similarity, then that's also a very bad thing. Antiseptics that kill not just bacteria but living tissue. So we are taking antiseptics or antibiotics. It not only kills the bad bacteria but also, remember, it's also killing the good bacteria too. So that's why what happens when we take our medicine? Our medicine doesn't produce any antibiotic reaction. Instead, it will increase the WBCs or natural killing cells or what all those soldiers in our body. It will increase the powerhouse, that everything in our body, such a way that our body itself will fight, not just antibiotics or anything. That's how it works. So the true physician protects the organism's power to react even when that reaction is uncomfortable, like fever, rash, inflammation. These are the vital signs of self-healing. In sickness, susceptibility is exaggerated. As we all know, when we are normal, we are normal. But if we are sick, then we will be exaggerating at some time or the other. Likewise, susceptibility also is exaggerated. In sickness, susceptibility is exaggerated, and we must be very careful to do nothing to impair it. During illness, the vital force is more sensitive than usual. The symptoms shine more clearly, and this exaggerated state gives us the clearest picture to find the simlimum. And that's why we must never suppress symptoms. Example, suppressing eruptions or fever. So you got fever, take Dolo or paracetamol. It just reduces the temperature, isn't it? It's not giving any cure. We are having the temperature such a way that there is some kind of inflammation going on. So if you are just suppressing that inflammation, then what is it? We are suppressing the symptoms and we will not be able to cure. So the remedy must match the altered state and not the normal one. Only the similar can satisfy susceptibility. Yes. If it is not similar, then susceptibility will throw it in the dustbin. A remedy that is not similar can palliate temporarily, suppress symptoms, and destroy the body's reaction. But only a remedy similar to the totality of the symptoms, that is mentally, physically, emotionally, can satisfy the vital force and begin the true cure. Dangers of serums, vaccines, and endotoxins. Robert quotes Professor James Ewings to show the grave danger of suppressive therapies. Serum therapy may kill bacteria but leaves behind endotoxins. So endotoxins that are excreted from the bacteria will be staying there itself. The patient dies even though no living bacteria found in the tissue. This is called sterile death. Death without visible infection. So they will be saying unknown death, or the cause of the death is not known. So they will be saying something else. So the real problem is susceptibility was destroyed, and with it the power to react or heal also got destroyed. Antiseptics and suppression, a double harm. using antiseptics, like it kills protective cells like leukocytes, phagocytes, everything. Those are our soldiers, isn't it? So lowers vitality and prolongs illness by interrupting normal immune response. So what will happen when we use antiseptics? All these things can happen. So the fever and swelling are part of natural defense, and interfering with them delays healing and weakens the organism. So we took that dole or paracetamol and the fever gone. We will be thinking, okay, I am all right, but we thought we cannot see all those things that's going inside us. Sometimes we'll be saying fever is gone, but I feel tired again, but I don't feel well because the inflammation is still going on. That's why it's advised to take rest for at least 1 week, because you have to take rest such a way that your own soldiers should fight all those bacteria, those nasty bacteria out of our body. Yes. Again, eruptive disease as expression of unmet susceptibility. These diseases like measles, chickenpox, etc. represents nature's attempt to balance or express internal susceptibility. If similar remedies are not given, the body attracts a similar disease. So this expression of disease is a partial cure, as it satisfies susceptibility naturally when the remedy is absent. Family and racial susceptibility. So there are many kinds of susceptibility, isn't it? So let's see what is family and racial susceptibility. Certain traits of susceptibility are manifest in family groups. All family or races may show similar reactions to the same disease. Patterns of inherent susceptibility. Sometimes your mother will be having migraine, and the daughter or the son also having migraine, because sometimes that migraine may be aggravated or get worsened by heat of the sun. The son or daughter also will be having that same condition. So it's familial or racial susceptibility. This shows that susceptibility can run in bloodlines, and when unfulfilled, it attracts matching diseases over generations. So if you have that, then just fulfill it. Otherwise, it can pass on to generation to generation. Hahnemann referred to this as miasmatic inheritance. Yes, you not only inherited all those things from your parents, you also inherited miasmatic also. So psoriasis, psychosis, syphilis, unresolved susceptibility passed down. Immunity through satisfied susceptibility. The similar remedy or the similar disease satisfies susceptibility and establishes immunity. So how do we gain our immunity? When the similar remedy or similar disease satisfies the susceptibility. There are only two real ways to create true immunity. So how can we gain immunity? One, a similar disease satisfies susceptibility, that is natural measles. 2. A similar remedy fulfills the vacuum in a non-destructive curative way. And both of them act according to the law of similars. One is natural, that is disease. The other is artificial and healing, that is remedy. So that's how we are gaining immunity. Sometimes we will say, okay, I have already got one time chickenpox, so I will not get. I am immune to that. So that's a natural way. Otherwise, you will say, no, I took the preventive. I took the medicine, homeopathic medicine as a preventive. So I am immune to that disease. I will not get that disease. So that is a remedy or healing, artificial. Susceptibility means how our body naturally reacts to things, and not only the right homeopathic remedy chosen by similarity can truly help without harming. So it's the doctor's job to protect and use this natural power wisely. Instead of saying how the body reacts to things, we simply use the word susceptibility, because it means that natural tendency or sensitivity to respond to anything like food, climate, remedies, disease, etc. So what is susceptibility? It's just in simple word, it means reaction to certain things. It could be internal or external. Any questions? Let me know that if are you susceptible to dust or anything else. Thank you for listening. I hope you have subscribed to my channel. Have a great day.